Hello friends, now we are going to discuss about the flame photometry. Flame photometry or flame atomic emission spectrometry is a branch of atomic spectroscopy in which the species examined in the spectrometer are in the form of atoms. Flame photometry is the measurement of intensity of light emitted when a metal is introduced into a flame. The intensity of colored flame varies with the amount of element introduced. This forms the basis for the flame photometry. The compounds of alkali and alkaline earth metal dissociate into the atoms. When these atoms are introduced into the flame, some of these atoms further get excited to even higher energy level. But these atoms are not stable at higher energy level. Hence, these atoms emit radiation when returning back to the ground state. The atoms under investigation are excited by the light absorption technique measurement. The absorbance of light due to the electron going to a higher energy level. The emission technique measurement is the intensity of light that emitted has the electron return to the lower energy level. Flame photometry is a suitable for qualitative and quantitative determination of several cations, especially for the metals that are easily excited to the higher energy levels at relatively low temperature flame. Now we are going to discuss about the wavelength of color or wavelength of emission. We know that alkaline and alkaline earth metal will exhibit the different wavelength of emission. For example, sodium will emit the radiation correspond to 589 nanometer and flame will be the yellow in color. Potassium emit the 766 nanometer and flame color will correspond to violet color. Calcium will emit the 662 nanometer radiations and flame color will correspond to orange color. Lithium will emit the 670 nanometer radiation and flame color is correspond to red color. And barium will absorb the thermal energy and it will get excited. When it is coming back to the ground state, it will emit the radiations which is correspond to 554 nanometer and that color of the flame is lime green color. So that each element will shows the wavelength of emission is different and the color of the flame is also different. The principle of flame photometry is the basis of flame photometry working that the types of metals are dissociated due to the thermal energy provided by the flame source. Due to this, thermal excitation will take place. Some of atoms are excited to a higher energy level where they are not stable. So the subsequent loss of energy will result in the movement of excited atoms to the lower ground state with emission of some radiation as a wavelength. The emitted wavelength are specific for specific element. For example, the emitted wavelength for sodium is 589 nanometer. The flame photometry works as follows. First, we are going to take the ion solution in that atom under investigation will be present there, and by using the nebulizer, a spiration will take place and there is a formation of aerosol, and this aerosol is introduced in the flame where desolvation will take place and vaporization will also take place. At that time, then molecule dissociation will occur. This molecule dissociate and it will form the atoms due to the thermal dissociation. In the flame, because of higher temperature, these formed atoms will absorb the certain amount of heat energy and they will get excited into higher energy level. But when the atoms are present in higher energy level, they are unstable. Hence, they will try to come into the lower energy state. When they are coming back to into the lower energy level, they emit the radiation, they emit the energy in the form of light, and that light is correspond to particular wavelength. For example, sodium will emit the 589 nanometer wavelength. The relation between ground state and excited population is given by the Boltzmann equation. The Boltzmann equation is given by N1 divided by N0 is equal to G1 divided by G0 into e raised to delta E divided by KT, where N1 is the number of atoms in excited state, N0 is the number of atoms in the ground state, G1 divided by G0 is the ratio of statistical weights of ground and excited states. Delta E is energy of excitation. That means it is the energy level difference between the higher energy level and lower energy level, where K is the Boltzmann constant. T is the absolute temperature. Now we are going to discuss about the instrumentation of flame photometry. In the flame photometry, it is having the different parts, that is nebulizer, mixing chamber, burner, lens, monochromator, detector and the meter. Here in the nebulizer, sample will be the absorbed inside by sucking it, creating the pressure. When the sample is sucked into the nebulizer, it is mixed with the air and a tiny mist is formed. And this tiny mist is now entered into the mixing chamber, where fuel is mixed with that sample mist. And this fuel and sample mist will enters into the flame, where fuel get burns and it will generate the flame. In the inside the flame, mist is also exist, and because of the higher temperature, the whatever the mist will be there, it will that molecule will dissociate into the atoms, and first desolvation will take place and it is converted into solid form, and that solid molecule will dissociate and it is going to give rise to atoms, and these atoms will absorb the thermal energy in the flame and they will get excited. When they are coming back to the lower energy state, and they will emit a particular specific wavelength, and whatever the light is coming outside, it is incident on the lens, so that it is focus the light on a monochromator in a particular path. Monochromator will filter all wavelength of light, and it will allow the only a particular wavelength of light which is correspond to a particular element, and that light will fall on the detector. Detector will measure the light intensity and it will shows the reading. As we discussed it just now, the flame, a burner that provides the flame and can be maintained in a constant form and at a constant temperature. Nebulizer and mixing chamber help to transport the homogeneous solution of substance into the flame at steady rate. Monochromator or filter helps in the isolating the wavelength to be measured from that of many other extraneous emissions. Photodetector detect the emitted light and measure the intensity of radiation emitted by the flame. That is, the emitted radiation is converted into electrical signals with the help of photodetector, and it produces the electrical signal directly proportional to the intensity of light, and it will shows the reading. Now we are going to discuss about the application of flame photometry. Flame photometry is used for the estimation of amount of sodium and potassium present in the given sample water using the flame photometry. Here we are going to discuss about the amount of sodium present in the given sample solution. Here, this experiment is followed the several steps. First, we are going to prepare the different standard solutions by taking the stock solution of stock Na plus cation solution containing having the concentration of 1000 ppm, and we are going to take the 5 volumetric 50 ml volumetric flask. In the first flask, we are going to add the stock solution 4 ml. In the second flask, we are going to add the stock solution 8 ml. In the third flask, we are going to add 12 ml of stock solution. In the fourth flask, we are going to add 16 ml. And in the fifth flask, we are going to add the 20 ml of stock solution. And this stock NaCl solution is diluted up to a mark, and we are going to shake the solution very well so that it will produces the different concentration, and we are going to prepare the 5 different standard solutions. Then we are going to switch the compressor, adjust the compressor the air supply at 10 Pascal using the pressure regulator knob, and also switch on the main unit. Turn the gas supply and light the gas burner. Regulate the gas supply so that color of the flame completely turns into blue. Dip the capillary cell containing distilled water. Adjust the reading for 0 because the distilled water is completely free from the any ions, so that it must be shows the intensity is about 0. Now a aspirate or feed the standard solution of sodium. Adjust the reading to 100 by set the span knob. Repeat the process to confirm the accuracy of calibration. And moreover, don't forget the adjust the filter for 589 nanometer, because we are going to determine here sodium here. So sodium will emit the radiation which is correspond to 589 nanometer. Then we are going to introduce these all 5 standard solution into the flame photometry, and we are going to measure the intensity emitted by the flame. Then we are going to note down these reading. After completion of taking the reading for all standard solution, then we are going to take the unknown solution, where we are going to determine the how much amount of weight of sodium is there in that solution. For this solution, we don't know the concentration and we don't know the weight of sodium present in that solution. So by using this solution, we are just measuring the emission intensity by using flame photometry, and that reading is noted. After taking these 5 readings and intensity reading for unknown solution, then we are going to draw the graph. For the 5 standard solution, here we are going to get the straight line which is passing through the origin. For the unknown solution, we know the only emission intensity, and find out that emission intensity on y-axis, and then draw the straight line up to this standard solution points. Then at this point, whatever the concentration will be there on x-axis, that concentration is the of Na plus ion present in the unknown solution. Finally, by taking the values from the graph, we are going to calculate the concentration of unknown solution. The concentration of unknown solution is equal to volume of unknown concentration from the graph. Volume of unknown concentration from the graph into the 100 divided by 50. That is going to give rise to parts per million, that is ppm. So advantage of this flame photometry is simple quantitative analytical test based on the flame analysis, inexpensive. The determination of elements such as the alkali and alkaline earth metal is performed by easily without reliable and convenient method. Quick, convenient and selective, sensitive to even per million ppm to parts per billion ppm range. That means we are going to detect the concentration even it is present in ppm level or it is present in ppb level. That are the advantages of flame photometry.